Grammy-nominated rhythm and blues artist Angie Stone has died. Her longtime publicist announced earlier today the singer died in a vehicle crash in Montgomery County. Now, this is video sent to us from Linnell Jacobs' car of her final performance that happened right here in the Port City. She performed at the Grand Marshals Ball in Mobile last night, and she was heading to Atlanta when the crash happened. Stone's publicist remembers her as an honest, talented person that left a big impact on the music industry.
Her songwriting skill.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Information Man Show. This video comes with heavy heart, everybody. There's a few things that I want to let you all in on that you may or may not know about. Now, you saw in that video that Angie Stone was performing in Mobile, Alabama, but she also was performing, or was supposed to perform, after performing in Mobile during the car crash, the accident. She was supposed to perform at the CIAA, I believe, which was a basketball tournament. She was going to perform at halftime. One of the reasons why Angie Stone was performing so much is because she had to take care of her family, because allegedly, as she has said in a video that she put out on Facebook at some point in time, that she's been getting ripped off in the music business. Now, you know, the music business has had a long history of ripping off particularly black artists. You can go all the way back to the Motown days, all the way back to the jazz musicians, you name it, blues singers, hip hop, even hip hop artists have been ripped off, R&B singers, what have you. And that's one of the reasons why she was working hard, going out there and performing. And you're going to hear her say this in the video that I'm going to play. She even admitted that she should have been able to retire of many of the things that she has brought to the table to the music industry. This is crazy, everybody. Now, a lot of people feel that there could be some foul play here. What's going on? In this vehicle that she was in, she's the only one who did not survive the fatality. Now, let me show you this right here. She's the only one that didn't survive out of all the people that were in this van. Let me just show you this right here. Stop right there. There is the van, or the vehicle that they were in. And out of everybody that was in this vehicle, as they were, I believe, traveling to a tournament next, to perform at a halftime show as well, after performing in Mobile. And then this happens during the travel. And of course, you know, people don't want to travel these days, because people really don't want to travel these days because people are wary of these planes that have been falling out of the sky. Now, I find it interesting when she put out that live stream, or I believe it was a Facebook live stream or somewhere, where she said that for years and years she's been performing, and that they recognized that, or she, through discovery and research, they found out that she had been getting ripped off. According to Angie Stone, it was alleged, she alleged, or she didn't really allege, but for the purpose of this video, she's alleging or accusing Universal Music of stealing her royalties. And she said with the songs that she has written, the music that she has put out, she should be able to retire, but that's why she was still grinding it out. This is all, I gotta say, a damn shame. And then all of a sudden, when she makes these statements about how evil the music business is, how they rip off people,
tell the truth,
all of a sudden she has this car crash. Now, remember Prince, who was fighting to get his masters, and many other artists, all of a sudden they all end up no longer here when they're fighting against the music industry. I just find it very interesting. Remember Michael Jackson, whatever you think of him, he had the Beatles collection. He got control of his masters. And when Prince got control of his masters from Warner Brothers, everything started to go downhill from there. Now, I know I'm sounding a little conspiratorial, but there may be something to this. Who knows? Allegedly, because The music business is one of the most dirtiest businesses in the game.
Tell the truth.
In the video that I'm going to play for you where Angie Stone talks about this, she also calls out Sugar Hill Records. Now, that was a black-owned record label. She talked about the songs and the music that she wrote for them, that she has not seen proper royalties from those music for years. And of course, before you stop and say, hey, well, why didn't she do something about this? She already had lawyers on it. She was already filing a lawsuit against the parties involved. And even went so far to say that maybe there were people in her inner circle that she couldn't trust. That's another damn shame. She's a great singer, R&B. The sister brought the real soul to the table. But not only was she powerful as an R&B artist, but how many of you out there know that Angie Stone really got her start in the hip hop music? Now, we all believe that people like Queen Latifah or MC Light, that they're the pioneers, that they're some of the pioneers, that they got this whole thing cracking. No, it was actually Angie Stone. She was involved in the songwriting for the Sugar Hill Gang, the first commercially recorded rap album. She was involved in that song Apache, Jump On It, Jump On It. She wrote the music to that. She's written lots of lyrics to a lot of our most favorite hip hop songs, whether it be lyrics or beats, what have you. Very talented woman. If you think I'm lying to you, shit, let's hear it right now. Here is Angie Stone breaking it down for y'all.
If you must know, and I know you didn't know this, the Sugar Hill Gangs, Eighth Wonder, Apache, Sequence wrote those songs. Okay?
Are you serious?
We wrote those songs, and we were also the voices up until they got some singers. We did West Street Mob. So there was a lot of sweeping under the rug. They can't tell me hip hop is not in our fabric, because we wrote those songs for the Sugar Hill Gang. And we were.
Did you just hear what she said? For those of you out there, there's been a whole debate about who created hip hop. A lot of people
Tell the truth.
Of other races are trying to claim it. Angie Stone was involved in writing and producing some of these songs back in the day, in the early stages of hip hop as it became commercially viable. How many of y'all knew that?
Truth.
So here you got a black woman who comes from the South. Everybody says, well, New York created hip hop. I get that. But here you got a black woman from the South with other sisters, other people who were involved in that production. Now, we know that Sugar Hill Gang, as a rap group, they weren't really respected by those in New York that were underground rappers, people that really were pioneering, but they were the first ones to create a successful commercial recording of rap music, right? She was involved in that. Now, check this out.
The little country bumpkins that they never wanted to talk about. So when you hear, let's dance, I know you got the feet, but let's dance. Come on, get down. That's us.
Wow.
Okay.
I did not know that all these
No, you
years.
did. I got to keep it 100. Cheryl the Pearl was back there pushing a pencil at Sugar Hill, and everybody got work, but we were writing the hit songs for the Sugar Hill Gang. And then we did Rapper's Reprise, which was a hip hop record with the Sugar Hill Gang that we never got credit for, but we wrote.
Do you hear what she just said? All these songs that she was involved in never got credit for. And she also mentioned in that video that she put out exposing the music industry, how even the Sugar Hill record company, or record label, should I say, she believed that they owed her royalties that she never got. How many of you out there, put in the chat room, make a comment, knew that Angie Stone had a legacy in hip hop even before she became an R&B star? How many of you knew that? Now, let me get to the video that you all are probably waiting for. I know people have been talking about this video, but here is Angie Stone telling it like it is as it related to how she felt ripped off. And this is a shame. This is one of the things that I think is a shame, everybody. When we have these legendary entertainers alive like an Angie Stone. We should give her her flowers. It's a shame that she's never been, if I'm not mistaken, honored in any of our, whether it be a Soul Train Awards or what they have on BET, or even getting a Grammy for music. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm incorrect, put it in the comment section if she's been honored in such a way, because it's a shame that she's no longer here, right? She said that she was ripped off by Universal Music. That's her accusation against them. That's what she alleges. Now, once again, got to use that word for legal purposes, but you know, you're going to hear it from her own mouth. Let me know how you feel about all of this, because why is it that we wait until great talent like Angie Stone passes away tragically or suspiciously, however you see it, and then we don't honor them while they're alive in the third dimension and able to talk to us? Well, this is what she left behind that we should definitely keep in mind, because the music industry is an evil place. Check this out right here.
Coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen.
Everybody, I hate to stop it right there. That's a damn shame right there that this has happened. And it's not just Angie Stone. It's been many, many artists just as talented as her that have gone through this. This has been going on all the way back to the 50s, the 60s, all the way back. The music industry still remains a shady industry to this day. It has not changed.
Tell the truth.
As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. You know, that's why, you know, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research.
And this is why she's saying you got to do your own research. This is one of the problems with artists, that they have an inner circle or people around them that they begin to trust. And then these people are ripping you off. You must
tell the truth.
You must check your accounting. You must be on top of everything. Too often, a lot of these creative artists, they're making music, they're on the road, they're in the studio, and a lot of times they're leaving it, unfortunately, to other people to manage their financial affairs. That's not good. But let's get back to this, because this is once again must-see TV. The truth that she speaks prior to the tragedy.
Just on the celebrity, that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do.
Now, she has several, I guess, fathers of her kids. I know people can make their criticism about that. Don't do it. Let her rest in power. Let her rest in peace. But one of the individuals that you know very well is D'Angelo. Remember D'Angelo? He was all the women liked him when he had that video where he was like, you know, how does it feel? You know what I'm saying? She actually was in a relationship with D'Angelo at one point in time, and I believe they have a son together. So she admitted right here that none of the fathers have been. So would that mean that D'Angelo didn't do a great job of being there for his son? I don't know. Of course, he had his own issues with drug abuse and what have you. Let's continue here.
For my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties.
Oh, my God.
All my mechanicals.
Oh, my God.
They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered.
Do you guys hear what she's saying? That songs were not registered? Do you get what this means, everybody? Songs were not registered. People that were supposed to be working on her behalf. It almost sounds like what I said earlier, that there were people that were working with her that may have not been in her best interest. You've got lawyers, you've got people that you're supposed to trust.
Tell the
and
truth.
then she finds out that her songs were not registered for her to get her royalties and what have you by people that she entrusted. I believe that's what she's saying here. You put a comment in the comment section of this video and let me know what you think is happening here. This is crazy.
By the companies that I signed over to.
Oh my God. She signed over
people that were supposed to do their due diligence.
Boom. People. So she's confirmed it right there. People that she trusted, that she entrusted, did not do their due diligence and making sure that her affairs were in order. This is why you have to be the one on top of your affairs. I feel bad for what happened to Angie Stone, and then for her to have this unfortunate accident or tragedy, which I know people are feeling like, hey, there could be some foul play here because she was trying to go after this music industry, which we know has a history of being very unforgiving and treacherous.
So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made.
This is a damn shame right here, everybody. You hear her saying that with the money that she made in the music industry over the years of, I think she said 40 years in the music industry, I believe, that she should have been able to retire. That's why she was grinding in the unfortunate car crash, as they're saying it was, is a part of the fact that she was out there on the road grinding and touring to make money, to make up the money that she never gained before that's been lost. We always look at these entertainers because they've got, it looks like they've got money. It looks like it's all glittery, but what looks glittery is not always glittery, folks. The music industry has been this way for very long. We really don't know what's really going on behind that curtain. Let's continue.
Supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that.
Wow.
See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out.
Did y'all hear what she said? That people were illegally switching things over. Basically, once again, this is a situation where you have a artist who's focusing on performing, recording, producing, writing, and she has people that she entrusted to handle her financial affairs, and they took advantage of her. And this would even, and you know what really is a shame too, is if I wouldn't be surprised if the people that she had around her were people who looked just like her, black folks that she trusted that did her wrong like this. We see how we have black people right here on social media who try to rip black people off with scams and con artist type stuff. Let's get back into this. This is really, I feel bad for her.
Out work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. that part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they are in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of.
She's right, because that's what you're paying them for. But you have to get reputable people who have a history of not scam. It's very hard. It's very hard. You just never know who to trust in the entertainment business. I want her to rest in power, rest in peace, but I feel bad because she had this tragic accident takes place. She's no longer here to fight the good fight against those who ripped her off. And I hope that her kids, her daughter, whoever, I hope they continue to carry on what she was trying to do, which is to expose these folks and get what is rightfully back to her, those proper royalties. This is crazy.
And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me.
Wow. Wow.
And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Wow. Everybody.
So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins.
That's right.
And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem? Or my problem?
Now, she makes an excellent point there, everybody. I just have to say this real quick. She makes an excellent point that what is our problem? The problem is that you got people in this industry, the music industry, that you can't trust. And in some cases, the people that are in your inner circle, in some cases, you can't trust them. It's really, I don't know.
Tell the truth.
This is one of the reasons why you've had people who have left the music industry, because it's such a cesspool of people that are demon in the way they do things to you and handle your affairs. I think if you're a young artist today, you got to be, you have to be not only the performer, the writer, the producer, the musician, the entertainer and performer, but you got to you damn near are going to have to be the accountant and the damn manager. That might be the only way. You're going to have to be all in one, because you just can't trust people out here to do right by you, everybody. Let's continue.
Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get.
So it's cutting off because it was her stream, everybody, that was cutting off every now and then. Let me continue, and hopefully her audio will come back up.
I'll tell them on my live, please. Okay.
She's going to have her daughter, or one of her grandchildren are in the background. This is where it gets real. Angie Stone is real. This is where it really gets real, down home real.
Give it to me. Give me your phone. I'm sorry. So, just to be clear, I can't say it over live. Give me your phone. I just want everybody, come on, Journey, I'm on the line. My granddaughter trying to help me, and she's slow as Christmas.
She said her granddaughter is trying to help her, and she's slow as Christmas. Man, it's tragic that my condolences go out to the family, to the grandchildren, to everyone that loves Angie Stone, her family, people who love her music, all of you. I must say that because this whole situation is tragic, and I just think it's so weird that it happened right after she exposed and made the accusations against Universal Music. saying that they stole
Tell the
her
truth.
royalties, and the music industry has a history of doing this, I think. And then all of a sudden, when she's trying to get lawyers on the case, there's people that she trusts that ripped her off there. And then maybe she was getting, other representation to really go after these industries, the music industry. And then all of a sudden, this accident occurs where she's the only one that doesn't make it. I don't want to, once again, I don't want to sound conspiratorial, but it is. Here we go, everybody. Let's get back to it.
Went off. Anyway, go get from Shayna. Yeah. So with that being said, shout out to Van Silk. I know you didn't know this was coming, but I had to be transparent. I would try to take as many questions.
All right, everybody, there it is. That's what was left of her live stream. Once again, she really is exposing something that many of us have heard about. We've seen this happen to other artists, and it's happened to her, and she's no longer here to continue fighting the good fight against the situation. But I hope other people can learn from this. And I also hope, God, that Angie Stone had life insurance, or there's some kind of policy that they will be able to pay for the funeral properly. Sometimes these artists pass away and they don't really have a life insurance policy. And I hope that in this situation that that's not the case, that she does have one, and that the family will be able to put her to rest properly and what have you. This whole thing is a tragedy once again. But let me let you hear from one of her lawyers. Now, she said that her lawyers, those that she put in charge of trying to get her royalty situation fixed by registering them properly, that they didn't do her right. Well, here is one of her lawyers. Now, I don't know if he was one of the lawyers that she's talking about, but if he is, he gives he goes live. He tries to represent her properly by giving his condolence and speaking up about why she was traveling and why it happened, what happened in terms of her accident, or he just gives a little bit, says that he's going to speak further. The family will speak further about the situation at a later date. I'm hoping that he's not one, because she's not here to speak, unfortunately, in the third dimension. I hope he's not one of the lawyers that was working for her that she said didn't do her right. Or maybe he is, and that's why he's saying that the family will come out at some later date and explain more details about her unfortunate accident that took her life. But let me let you hear what he has to say here. Once again, like I said, I was a little skeptic, but here we go, everybody. Check it out. Let me let you hear what he's got to say. Check this out.
Hello, everyone. I'm attorney Antavius Weems, and I had, of course, no plans to join you today, but as you can see, I'm a little scruffy. Circumstances dictate that I come before you. As many of you know, I honorably serve in the role of the attorney for the incomparable Angie Stone, and I have to come before you today to advise that we lost Miss Stone today. She was en route from a concert, or to a concert in Montgomery, Alabama, and suffered injuries while on the road, to which she succumbed from. And when I'm able to share more information with you, I and or the family will. Please keep Angie and her daughter Diamond and her son Michael, and of course her grandson and granddaughter Imani, and all her family, Blondie, keep them all in your prayers.
I agree with this brother again. He was an attorney, like I said before. I don't know if he was one of the attorneys that she was talking about, or if he's handling some other matters, and the family gave him the blessing to go ahead and say what he just said. But he's absolutely right. We should be giving prayers and blessings to her family.
Tell the truth.
And what they're going through emotionally at this time. But I wanted to do this video because I believe that Angie Stone, before she passed, she dropped some gems of wisdom and some gems of reality to us as to what befolded and happened to her in the music business. And this is, once again, one of the reasons why she was still grinding, still performing, because like she said in her video that I played, that she should have been able to retire and not have to grind as much to be on the road performing based on all the stuff that she's done in her catalog. This is a shame, but let me let this gentleman finish.
Guys, this is a hard one for not only her family, but for the community, for the nation, for music.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Let's just love on each other a little more. God knows we need it. Bye, everyone.
All right, there it is right there, everybody. I agree with him. We do need to love on each other a little bit more. The whole situation is crazy, everybody. I hate that this happened. Angie Stone definitely is an icon, and what she did in R&B, but what makes her also an icon is the fact that a lot of us didn't know her roots that she had in hip hop as well. Some of you may know, and if you did know, leave comments in the comment section of this video if you were more and aware of this situation, that she had those roots and contribute to the pioneering of hip hop, like so many others. But I want you to leave honest comments. I would like you all to do the favor to share this video, not only for my channel, but share this video because so many people need to hear this video, the perspective. And the particularly part of this video that I think is special is the beginning that I played, where she talked about being involved in Sugar Hill Gang, the rap group, but the Sugar Hill label, and writing a lot of songs.
Tell the truth.
That once again proves again how hip hop music was created by Black Americans.
Tell the
Other
truth.
people attached themselves to it after we laid the foundation. And Angie Stone is one of those people, as I put her picture up here like this, that laid the foundation. And don't y'all ever forget it. Don't y'all ever forget it. I want to thank you once again. Everybody, thank you for watching this program. Share the video on all your social media. Let people know about the channel. Share it and everything. I appreciate you for watching this, and we'll be back with more. Take care, everybody. Peace.